Okay guys, so you've gotten pretty established in the server, you've been a mayor for a while now, you have a few people in your town, and you've made some friends with other towns. Now you're thinking, how can I promote myself on the server, get even more involved in the politics, and make it even more interesting. And the way to do that is by starting a nation. By starting a nation, you can recruit other towns as allies. You can let your allied towns come into your town and help you build and stuff. And you can also form, and your other town allies, other towns in your nation can help you when you're fighting wars. So there's obviously a lot of incentives for starting a nation. And also, if you have a nation with more than 3 towns and more than 10 members, you can get a private railroad right to the spawn city. So if you've created your towns far away from the spawn city, but you want to go there to check things out, you'll have a private railroad that will take you there and back with ease. So now you're like, alright, this sounds cool. How do I create a nation? First thing you have to do is obviously be the mayor of a town. You have to have $100,000 in your town bank. And if we do /town, we can confirm that we do have $100,000. And we can now create a nation. So the command for that is /nation new. The name of the nation, we're going to call it Yellow People. And you also have to state the capital town of the nation. And we're just going to make the capital our town, which is Yellow Power. And there we go, we've created a new nation called Yellow People. So just to make one thing clear, a nation isn't actually a physical entity. You can see that when we have a town, we can claim town blocks that'll protect our town from being griefed. But a nation is really just an idea, a political faction. So just to remind you of that. Now the next thing we can do is add other towns into our nation. So we discussed it with other town mayors. They're like, alright, let's start this nation, and we can add them to our nation. So /town add doesn't matter. And we wait for him to accept, which he should have by now. And now if we do /nation, we see that it has 2 members now, Yellow Power and doesn't matter. The nation now has a bank of its own, just like the town had a bank before. The only person that can withdraw money from the nation bank is the king or the emperor of the nation, just like in a town where the only person who could withdraw was the mayor of the town. So normally we would type /town deposit $10,000, but we want to deposit money into the nation bank, so we would do /nation deposit $10,000. So we're just going to undo that by doing nation withdraw 10,000, taking back our money. The other things you can do is add ally nations and enemy nations. We're just going to go to nation list to see who the nations are, and we see that What's Up is a nation. And if we wanted to add it as an ally, we just simply type /Nathan ally add What's Up, and we are now officially allies with them, which will help us in wars. They are listed as an ally. But what if we want to make them an enemy? That's more interesting, right? All we have to do is now switch them to the enemy status, which is /nation enemy add What's Up. And now we've developed a hatred for the nations What's Up. And now if we type /nation, we'll see that they are now our official enemy, and they'll be our enemies in wars. Just a couple more things you can do with a nation. You can set a different capital town in your nation by simply doing /nation set capital. And let's say we want to set it to the other town in our nation, which it doesn't matter. That will set the capital of the nation to Noah's town, and it also automatically makes him the king, so I'm no longer the king. We can also set a tax on the nation, which will tax all the members in the nation, all the towns, and withdraw a certain amount from the town banks, every day. Once again, you want to be careful when you're setting taxes on your nation, because if for some reason the town banks don't have enough money in them, it will automatically kick them from the nation. But let's say we want to do it anyways. It's /nation set taxes. Let's say we want to charge each town $5,000 a day to be a nation, in the nation. Oh, I did forget to mention another perk of owning a nation, which is neutrality. Every week, several times a week, we're going to set 1 hour as a warring period 4 towns. In this 1 hour, people will be able to go apeshit on any town they choose on the server. They can earn points by killing people of that town, by destroying blocks, and there's a bunch of cool stuff that goes with that. So if you're in here for SMP, for cool stuff, for cool fighting and that type of stuff, then you'll be very interested in the fighting wars portion. But what if you don't want to participate in that? What if you want to protect your town, you don't want other people griefing it, even in warring periods? You can join a nation and have the nation set to a neutrality. In order for your nation to be neutral, you have to pay a certain amount of tribute every day to the server. We will be changing this tribute amount depending on how wars work. It'll probably be between $10,000 and $50,000 per day. So being neutral will cost a lot, but at least your nation will be protected. Personally, I wouldn't recommend being neutral because that means you can't really participate in the warring of the server, which is very fun. So that's all you need to know about owning and starting a nation. So have fun.